You could remember back to when you were broken, when that narcissist had you believing their lies, when they had you fighting over and over again for something that would never manifest, when they had you trapped in trauma and lies, when you still believed the fake face they approached you with in the first place, when that person was running around on you lying, when you protected their image and you didn't explain to others what was going on in the background. Not that some of them couldn't see it. Some people could see that demon for who they were, but you didn't want to. You kept believing, you kept fighting. And then your friends began to disappear. People began to walk away from you in your life, either because they couldn't see what was going on, they couldn't understand how you had changed. They didn't know you were dealing with a con artist. But a lot of times it had to do with that goblin in your life, going behind your back, knowing full well, because they had done it time and time before, that they were going to stab you. So they had to set up protecting their false face, their false image. Their fragile ego had to set you up for a downfall while they were still saying things like, I love you, to the people in your lives. Your narcissist is your trash collector. And as your friends began to fall away, and as you became further and further isolated because of the damage you were going through, that narcissist stabbed you one time so hard, with such a betrayal, that it sent you spiraling into a depression you had never felt before. There's a reason why that narcissist and every toxic person who was ever hiding in your life, who couldn't stand the fact that you spoke honestly, you spoke with your heart, right, wrong, or indifferent, that you had a strength that could walk into a room and change that room, that you had an inner strength that came from a place of confidence and will, not deception. And every fifi that you ever hurt because of your inner strength that triggered anxieties in them, they all laid in wait, couldn't wait for the moment to get together with that narc, those flying monkeys and toxic people, to destroy you. You went through the fire, you went through hell, and you survived and came out stronger. And today, we're going to talk about what happens when you finally reclaim your strength. I am Lodanis, Ravenwolf Dragonstorm, your seer and sage. Let's get to it.
Don't cry! Hold it back!
There are some universal truths that exist no matter what faith or spirituality you have. And whenever you guys come through the comments, thank you very much for imparting yours. Although oftentimes I do translate it into my own spirituality and understanding, all of us, all of our experiences with these demons, all have wisdom, every last one. And it's very important for us to understand, I believe, that the common threads when dealing with these type of people is that they're demons. These are people who have embraced the most negative aspects of the human experience. They deny accountability. They deny taking responsibility for their actions. They set you up to smear you. They know that they're going to drive you crazy. They've done this time and time again. They've excused it to themselves, especially an older narc. They've already run this routine so many times. They are the victim. They've convinced themselves of it. They're going to come into your life. They're going to destroy you. They know at some point that's going to happen. And then they're going to smear you to other people to protect their facade, their false image. This makes them evil. And when you run a negative karma like that over and over again, you attract dark forces. You attract demonic forces, whatever that means to you, however you believe the demonic realm to exist. It does. Something like that does absolutely exist. And they are attracted to people who exist in these functions, who create these karmatic cycles, and to a degree protect them until they become useless. Because unlike willful good intention, evil will destroy its own in the end, whereas good will protect a person who's gotten old or a person who needs it at a moment. Evil will definitely eat its own. When I say things like the devil knows his own, or eventually or these narcs have a contract with the devil where they support them and give them power as long as they are destroying others and consuming others' lives until they have no one left to consume. Then the devil's going to eat his own. That's absolutely the truth. Whatever that means to you, however you translate that, that is the truth. What you've seen that narcissistic person. You've seen their eyes go black. You have seen in narcissistic sociopaths, you've seen their eyes get glassy and really happy when they feel like they have total control over you. You have watched them sputter. If you have been lucky enough, as I have, to watch a narc who has just lost so much power and so much influence that they are desperately trying every lame, half-assed way to trigger some feeling out of you, and you're wise enough to recognize it and see it, you know, eventually these people destroy themselves. It's going to happen. Whether a narc is in the heyday or, the power time of their abuse, they're looking their best. They got their best lies working. They've got the best flying monkeys around them, other toxic people who are reinforcing their garbage. Eventually they're going to fall. They're going to fall. And they're never going to get back up. And they're going to be judged. Whatever that judgment means to you. When they pass on to the life review, when they're standing before the scales, where they're at the gates of St. Peter or whatever it is that you believe, there is absolutely going to come a time in their life and afterlife that they are judged for the evil that they do. You, as a victim, as a survivor, as a thriver, you have a different path. This whole situation was designed for you to learn. There was something that you had to overcome, whether you believe God or the goddess, universe, the gods, whatever it is that put source, whatever it is that put this in your path to learn, this was your time to learn it. Could have been an issue that you had, an underlying unresolved issue that brought forth these challenges in your life or created an element of chaos in the foundation of everything that you tried to do in your life. That was something you had to recognize. Whether it was a lesson that you had to learn, that source had given for you to learn that you had never really fully understood or put the energy into overcoming. That's why that narc came into your life. There could be a whole host of reasons as to why this demon gravitated itself to you, but this is a learning experience. See, demonic forces, the devil, demons, whatever it is you believe, they put these things, they test these things in your life because you are a shining bright light. Also, the collective consciousness exists, this matrix of thought that we exist in. So if you have had enough people jealous of you, playing or acting like your friend, if you were such a good-hearted person, you couldn't see people being liars or disingenuous with, because you put forth a good heart, you couldn't understand other people don't. If you had a collection of fake people around you, people that wanted to use you, the energy vampires, enough people hating you in the periphery, because your personal strength, your honor, who you are, triggered their insecure fifis. They're all that. Those projections also may have manifested someone like a narcissist into your life. When it's over, when you found your strength again, you are going to continue to manifest someone like that in your life if you haven't learned your lessons, if you haven't really strove to be your better self, to be your higher self. You're going to continue to manifest these things. And that's not even to say that if you don't try and take the high road, better yourself, make better decisions for yourself, that something like that's not going to come into your life again. Because demons, the devil, darkness, whatever, that hates shining bright lights, hates positive people with strong voices and strong personalities that try to do good for others, that try to lead by example as a good person. It's always going to put those obstacles in your way. There was a time when I was suicidal because of all that I was going through. And I was actually approached by a demon. And this time in my life taught me that angels and demons, however you translate that, they exist. I had a demon come to ride up to me. I was at Universal Studios waiting to see some YouTuber friends or a positive experience in my life. I was sitting in the car having a cigarette. The demon rode up in the guise of a security uniform and kept asking me over and over again without actually using the words. Are you going to kill yourself? Are you sure you're okay? You're going to kill yourself? We can replace cars, not people. Are you going to kill yourself? In every single way I could possibly say without asking if I was going to commit suicide or if I was going to kill myself, tested me for 10 minutes. When you are trying to come back up, those demons are going to come after you and try to bring it in. I was also sitting in a car at a convenience store, and an angel walked up to me in the guise of someone who just got out of jail, probably homeless. That's how he was dressed, and told me a story about how he had saved himself, how his inner strength, how he would refuse to be evil because of a girl that he had been with, probably a narcissist, with with the same first name as mine, who had a daughter with the same first name as her daughter, and how he was triangulated and used and lied to, and his money had been spent and had been cheated on and run amok, to the point to where his reactive abuse actually sent him to jail. And once he had gotten out of jail, he decided he wasn't going to take revenge. He decided he was going to live his best life and push on because he understood his value and he was not going to get sunk back in to that same cycle again. Wish I had listened to that angel, because that was a year before I actually pulled out of the cycle myself. But these things exist. You have a connection to source. You have a connection to God. These narcissists are demons. These things are put in your life in order to learn. So when you reclaim yourself, you become a better version of who you are. And that's accepting what you've done, accepting you've let yourself down, learning the lessons that you have to learn about yourself. Understand that going back out in the world may not be that easy. You may not want to. You may have rightfully isolated yourself from every negative force because you don't know who's negative and who's positive. You don't know who you can trust. You were just betrayed by one or more people that you loved and believed in more than anything else. But this is the rub, guys. You have to. You absolutely have to. Do it a little wiser, stronger boundaries, a better understanding of other humans, that some of them are not good like you. They're not strong. They're not healthy inside. They don't take the time to look at themselves and better who they are. They don't face their traumas and damages and overcome them. They hide them. They stuff them down. They cover it up with a cheap patchwork of fragile egos and cognitive dissonance. Then they go out into the world and sometimes randomly hurt others because they're in pain inside. And they project that and they want to pass on that pain. That's not what we do. We don't pass on our pain. We do good things for others and then tell them to pay it forward. That's what being good is. That's what being a strong person is. That's what being a moral person is. Doesn't matter what your faith is, your spirituality. Doesn't matter how you view source or your connection to God. This is what being a good person is. It's universal. You had a strength in you. You still have it that other people were jealous of, didn't understand, did everything that they could because of their own insecurities, their own damage, to make you feel worthless, to destroy your image in smear or whisper networks. They got together with other flying monkeys, other toxic people, and came after you. And then the demons, the devil, darkness, sent a narcissist your way. Maybe more than one. Because you had to learn your own strength. You had to accept that even though you have a good heart, you may be a light worker, an empath, just a good person of your faith or spirituality. And darkness had to send something to try and stifle your growth. But when you take that as a lesson, when you take that as a lesson of self-understanding and who people really are, the unfortunate understanding that there are some people out there who will lie straight to your face, who are not genuine, who will project their own damage, who cannot in any way believe or conceive that a person is a good soul, who means what they say, who has honest intentions, right, wrong, or indifferent, tells the truth as they see it. They can't understand that. They think you're a liar like they are. They think you're an evil person like they are. They think that you do everything that they do, like a narcissist does. You have to accept that and push forward in your life. Keep being you. Resonate high. Be one with your God, your spirituality, whatever it is that you draw positivity from, morality from, whatever it is that teaches you and reinforces you to be a good person to others with an open mind and an open heart. Push forward. You can even be a little defiant about it. First off, shine like a damn blazing point of light. Shine like a blazing point of light in the darkness of the world. Shine in despite of every toxic person, every hater, every narcissist, every demon out there trying to hold you down. Shine. They hate that light. They hate it. Right? Cockroaches, they scatter, talk trash in the cut. Let them. Don't stop believing in yourself. Push forward. It is your job to lead by example and be a good person, not just for you, not just for your family unit and for those around you, but people you may never meet who need to see that example. Your personal strength matters. Who you are. Be confident. Be brave. First off, haters are going to hate it. Narc's not going to like it. Seeing you be independent, strong, and pushing forward. Be something that they'll never be. Every hater, every person that helped to tear you down during what you were going through, saw you at your weakest and decided to try and put their foot on your head while you were drowning. Every person who tried to kill you, they're amazed that you're still here. Every person who ever hated you that watched that whole debacle go down, sitting back eating popcorn like they were enjoying the show, they can't understand why you're still here. They hate your light, and rightly so. Evil hates good. So shine, brothers and sisters, shine. Be the best version of yourself. Don't stop bettering you who you are, working on your projects, doing the things that you love to do. Be the strongest version of yourself. You got this. Don't let them stop you. Don't let anything ever stop you again. Apply the lessons that you learned about other people. Fortunately, there's some really horrible people out there in the world, but most of all about yourself. What you will accept and what you will not. Your personal power, who you are in relation to the world around you. Commit to never again failing yourself. That's not saying you won't make mistakes. Sometimes we need to. Sometimes we're not meant to succeed in an avenue or a path that we go down, but there is lessons and wisdom to be learned from every experience in your life. Just shine. Shine like a blazing point of light, brothers and sisters. Don't stop. Learn your lessons, apply them, believe in yourself, smile, and keep it pushing. My love to y'all. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And never again suffer that fool. Walk away and shine.